So I wanted to talk about food for workouts specifically. This is something I didn't experiment with for a long time, but once I did, it really made a difference. I'm still figuring it out for myself because I switch up my workouts a lot. Honestly, I'm all over the place because the way I stay consistent with my activities is to mix it up so I don't get bored. But along the way, I have learned a few things that have really helped. So for instance, eating a couple hours before you work out as a pre-workout meal. My go-to is a protein shake because it's really easy for me to make it work. I drink it at about 2, so it gives it a couple hours to get in my system. It usually has fruit in it, plus my protein powder that has some sort of sugar, so it gives me a nice little sugar boost through the end of the day, but it also has the protein in it, so it keeps me full because I always want to snack at 2 o'clock anyway, and this is perfect. It takes me through the end of the day, and then I have something in my belly before I work out so I don't feel absolutely starving. My friend actually does oatmeal because it's a nice complex carb that's more of a slow burn. So by the time she gets off, there's still some fullness in her stomach. She's got energy from the oats. It's different for everyone, but having a pre-workout meal is really important for me. I know some people do fasted exercise, but I always feel weaker and I get so focused on being done so that I can go eat that I'm not really focused on my workout. I also sometimes drink a shot of espresso or coffee right before I leave, along with chugging my water to give me some energy to get through my workout. I have pre-workout powder, I've used it before. I don't know how I feel about it. It kind of makes my heart race. And I don't like that, it's scary. I prefer coffee. If anything, usually I don't need anything. The sun is my energy. But the thing I found most important is actually the post-workout meal. I'm usually not hungry right after a workout. Sometimes I'm even sick if I did a really intense workout, so I just don't want to eat. If I do stay up long enough, I'll eventually become starving, but I usually fall asleep before I get to that point. There was a while where I just wouldn't actually eat any dinner because I wasn't hungry after my workouts and I would just go to bed, but I would wake up so sore. And then a couple hours into the workday, I would be absolutely starving, like uncomfortably so. And I would be so sore the day after a workout if I didn't eat. So there is a huge importance to eating after you're done working out. Now I make myself eat, even if it's just a little bit. If you really don't want to eat, try to make a protein shake or something. It really helps with your recovery to give your body something before you go to sleep. I found that if I do good amount of carbohydrates before I work out and a good amount of protein to go with it after I work out with my dinner, I have a great recovery throughout the night and into the morning, and I feel so much better when I wake up. So if I have my carbs beforehand, my protein afterwards, and I chug a bunch of water, then I am hydrated and healthy and ready to go, which is amazing because I need to be recovered by the morning so I can do my workout the next day. If I push off my nutrition until the next day, then the recovery period lasts longer, then I'm still sore, waddling down the hallway, and when I go to do my workout after work, I just don't feel good with it. Obviously, I work out in the evening, so this is my plan, this is what works for me. If you work out in the morning, fasted workouts might work better for you because who wants to eat at 4 o'clock in the morning before you go to the gym or whatever you do? I don't know you people. It just is important to realize how much nutrition can help or hurt you when you're performing. I've had firsthand experience with this also with my running. I do a lot of 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons. I did a marathon and I never want to eat in the morning, but I did a half marathon where I didn't eat and I didn't train with gels or energy supplements while I was running. And it was okay, it was my first half marathon, it was great. But my second half marathon, I tried to train with energy gels. About halfway through the race, I would take some sort of energy gels and I tried to get used to eating a pear or an apple in the morning before I would go do my run. So on race day, I forced myself to eat a pear even though I didn't want to, and I brought my gels, and it actually affected my performance positively and exponentially. I was running out of energy and my body had burned it all up, and it was early in the morning and all I had was a pear. Having that little boost really got me through the rest. That's a race day, but if you're trying to really get a lot out of your workouts, then you want every day to be a good performance for yourself. If if you really want to see a lot of progress, if you're really trying to push it in the gym and you're really focusing on your workouts and your weights, something to think about along with it is the nutrition that's helping you accompany all of your goals. So again, it depends on what you do. If you're into heavy cardio, if you're into weightlifting, if you're surfing, if you're rock climbing, if you're doing karate, whatever you're into, do some research on the kind of nutrition that would best help you bring out the best performance you possibly can. Get that PR, girl. And boy, eat, people, eat. That's all. Bye. Bleh, bleh. I have cats and they're in my mouth.